Oh, yo! I think he's blushing and getting shy, and he's like, no, 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 that's not what it's about. Why? He is next to Maomao, his love interest. Hello friends, my name is Benoit Kim, a licensed psychotherapist and your favorite yapper. Welcome back. We said farewell to Freerun last week, but here we are, being blessed by Jinxi and Maomao, our international treasure. Cheers to Season 1. Assassination Zero, Samsonian, Helixi, Jin Ichimaru, and Roxy Love are the founding tier sponsors of my videos. Shout out to your support. Shout out to every single Patreon members and YouTube members for your generosity and support. I also wore my favorite cat cowboy t-shirts because Maomao literally means Mao Mao in Chinese, as we know. Sit back and I hope you enjoy. Very, very excited. All right. Also, I have a pen. I'll be taking notes due to the show being like a Pandora box. When you thought you uncovered 16 layers, there's 40 more. And I'm trying to minimize me butchering the character's name. Oh, I missed the Chinese background music. And for those who are new, I speak fluent Chinese. I was born in Paris. That's why my name is Benoit. I lived in Paris, France for 6 years, Korea for a year, which is my ethnicity, and then China for about 6.5, 7 years before coming to the United States. So I speak fluent Chinese. So I'll be providing my Chinese cultural understanding. I'll be reading and pronouncing in Mandarin Chinese and all the other cultural factors based on my Chinese understanding. Oh, it's the Go piece. Shout out to Feng Xian and Lacan, probably the biggest victim of the series. But although he's a victim of his circumstances, he does not play into the victimhood. He does not play the victim card. He owns up to it despite his self-hatred, blaming himself. And we had a happy, semi-happy ending last season, right? Episode 25 is called Maomao and Maomao. What? In Chinese, 第25话 Maomao 和 Maomao. Maomao, the first one is actually cat. And the second one is like hair based on the direct translation. I'm guessing this is about Maomao and like a cat. Very fitting and thematic with my cat cowboy t-shirt. Amazing serendipity. Okay.
この量マオマオからの注文らしいまたわかりました
Good business? Are those all referrals from all the officers and military personnel in the Rear Palace? Does Maomao still owe Pimp Grandma any money? Any financial debt? Or did she pay everything off through the help and the donation and the support of Moon Prince Jinxi, right? The biggest supporter of Maomao, the love of his life. Oh. Also, my apologies, I'm gonna have to look up some character names. It's been a while. All right, so sorry, Li Hua, forgot your name. But Li Hua, she came back strongly with her sizable fruit. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know where they came from, but she looks so healthy. She's thriving with that glow of maternal love, maternal instinct. There's a little glow to her skin, her smile, and her luscious hair, which means she has been doing really well. And the Emperor has been visiting her and showering her with more attention and love. And everything is seemingly back to the norm, back to the baseline of everything going well. But of course, knowing Apothecary Diaries, there is always lurking suspense, lurking danger, and there's always these puppeteer masters in the back pulling strings. And who knows how many layers of mystery and murder we'll be encountering in this episode. Jinxi. Also, based on last season, Jing Shi is his name, of course, our male protagonist. But Jing Shi is also the highest educator rank, scholarly rank, based on this entrance exam they have to take in the historical Chinese dynasty era. So there's double meaning to Jing Shi's name, right? Jing Shi and Jing Shi. Jing Shi is his name. Jing Shi is his rank. And Gao Shen is also a rank. It seems like Gao means tall, height. Shen could be a name of a flower. But regardless, Gao Shen, I think it also means a fruit or a flower that bears at a very high, a tall level, like a height, which means and symbolizes his high rank as well as Jing Shi, the secret crown prince's caregiver and guardian. Again, names in this show are extremely symbolic and representative of who they are. Of course, a lot of the characters' names are based on flowers and herbs because Maomao is our dear apothecary. Moon Prince Jing Shi. Oh, so Shisho is like the extremely high-ranking, prestigious officer in the royal palace or in the dynasty era where he's not even afraid of the emperor himself. That's the checks and balances. Good emperor is called Ming Jing. Ming is clear, good. Jing is emperor, right? Make sure, obviously, your Wikipedia definition right here. And Huan Jing, Huan means confused, asleep, indulgent. Jing, again, is the emperor. So again, all of this power dynamics and all of this intricacy in the royal palace only exists not because, yes, sure, the Luo Lan's father is one of the most powerful officers and represents one of the most powerful families in the dynasty, sure. But it's more so is because our emperor is a Ming Jing. He's a good emperor. He does care about the checks and balances and the harmony, the synergistic effect of the country as own, right? So I do want to keep that in mind. But looks like Luo Lan's father asked Luo Lan to have so many more ladies in waiting, which does make everyone else look bad because that's a flex. Shisho, I don't quite know what that name means because I need to see the actual characters or kanji, but Shisho is also flexing his military, social, and political influence by requesting Luo Lan to have so many ladies in waiting in comparison to who? Rest of the other 4 upper rank, first rank concubines. That's a flex. Not just to the other concubines, because who do concubines represent? Who do the concubines please their allegiance to? The emperor. In other words, Luo Lan having so many more ladies in waiting in comparison to others is a flex, an intimidation tactic towards the emperor. This is a 4-dimensional chess between emperor and Shisho, Luo Lan's father. Very deep. And again, Luo Lan's absolute nonchalance, absolute indifference. Again, my question begs, and with my baseless predictions in season 1, why is she actually here? What is she plotting? Because she doesn't care about the sexual intimacy. She doesn't care to gain the favor of the emperor, which could not only benefit her social, politically, but also her tribe, her community, her trade business relationships. Because concubine is a gear in a bigger machinery of political interweb. So again, my question is, why is Luo Lan here? And what is she plotting? Does she actually represent the North in this future pending, plotting, insidious conflict between the North and the Emperor? And is Luo Lan simply one of the plans, one of the, I guess, plots to take down the Emperor himself, including attempted murder with Jing Shi last episode that Maomao barely rescued after she literally getting her face beaten to the ground, right? So again, Luo Lan, such a mysterious character. Gyokuyo! My favorite maternal. Well, I mean, Li Hua is also super maternal, but Gyokuyo is also a little bit younger, but also super maternal and cares deeply about Maomao. So all my favorite concubines are coming back. Clinic? I didn't know there was a clinic in Real Pal. Oh, I guess that makes sense. But we've never seen clinic in season 1, right? We've only seen like apothecaries or pharmacy. Or is clinic where she also recovered based on her leg injury and her face last season. Look at Maomao's focus. Oh, and my favorite incompetent quake doctor. Yay.
何をやっている？
何をと言われましても、氷を作っております。
Yo, again, even the simple dialogue. Why are you asking? Maomao, as a lady in waiting, literally just asked the crown prince, why are you asking? That audacity, Maomao's balls of steel, is so big. She's like, why are you asking? He's the prince. He can do what he wants. But of course, the deeper meaning is that represents their such an intimate and close interpersonal relationship. They're much more than just boss and a subordinate. They're friends. They're confidants, right? So even in that simple response, talks about how far they have come. And I think even more so, maybe how Maomao has become more emotionally open and receptive to this relationship. Because she knows Jinshi cares deeply. I don't think she understands the romantic aspect yet, but she knows there's affection, there's care, there's generosity, and there's that support. She knows Jinshi and Gaoshan are her two biggest supporters, just from her literal chess match and four-dimensional chess match with her father, Lacan, last season.
医局を掃除していて蒸留装置を見つけたので、先日青装備を作る際に用意した装備の余りです。
Nice.
すごい匂いだな。
So what's the actual time gap and timeline since the Blue Roses episode and the garden party from last season? Can someone tell me what's the time gap? Just so I have some chronological understanding.
野生の装備に比べると薄いですよ。何かご用でしょうか?
Yo, and also, again, Mama was like, what can I do for you? And obviously, Jinshi is pouting right away. He's like, he's not saying this, but what he's thinking is, why? What? I can only come see you when there's a task, when there's a request. I can't just come visit my favorite cat, my favorite point of romance. That's why he's pouting.
これだけ香りが強いと誰だって気になる。
Jinshi's so cute. Oh, and Gaoshan's pulling down his hat and he's like, oh gosh, here comes hopeless romantic Jinshi again. Oh boy.
ここでやるのはさすがに翡翠球ではやりにくいからか。
それもありますが、こういうの
Oh, wow.
ないと思います。
Wow.
では高級内で使われている香水などは規制しなくてもいいのか。
ええ、問題ないかと。やぶ医者は人はいいが口が軽い。まだ玉葉の妊娠は知らせない方がいい。
Oh, so all of this is to protect Gyokyu's pregnancy and suspected male pregnancy, aka future crown prince, which I'm sure Jinshi is more than eager for the successful and healthy birth.
酒を蒸留しています。何度も蒸留させると濃いアルコールが取れるんです。
Like whiskey?
飲むのか？
消毒用です。小さな姫のいる翡翠球はできるだけ清潔にしておきたいので。
Nice. Because Jinshi passed that alcohol drinking law, Mama was sneaking some sneaky distillments of alcohol so she can drink on the job. Obviously, she's not that irresponsible.
そんなことができるのか。
これを布に染み込ませて拭き掃除をしたり。
Yo.
使い道はいろいろあります。
That's the modern hand sanitizer and disinfection wipes, right? That is brilliant.
よく知っているな。
裁縫ではそう使うと。
確かお前の養父は。
お荷物お持ちしました。
What's the special delivery? Looks big. That's a big ass box.
ああ、それはジョーちゃんが。
Our cat Maomao is back. Oh, she was frowning in the background. She's like, oh, I can't disclose that this package is for me. I need to pretend like this is for Quake Doctor. So Jinshi doesn't ask questions. Because Maomao knows Jinshi is extra nosy with anything pertaining to her. But as soon as Quake Doctor opens his mouth, again, callback to earlier, he's nice, but he has a big mouth. She's like, back off. This is mine. And don't tell him that. Come on. And I'm sure Jinshi's gonna bombard Maomao with questions, inquiries. Distractions.
何が入ってる？
Ah, unsuccessful misdirection. Yeah, right. That's not sus at all. Ah, wrong misdirection.
ぎが
Really? Ah, that's not true. Wow. Do you see that? Maomao literally faked blushing and being shy. When have we ever seen Maomao shy? Never. She wasn't shy when she was teaching the forbidden taboo techniques in bed to all the concubines. He wasn't shy about that. But here, she seemed and appeared to be shy. And of course, that surprised Quake Doctor in the back and Jinshi. But we know Maomao never gets shy. She may have 99 problems, including emotional denial, detachments, right? The Great Wall of Denial has to be the 8th wonder of the world. You know, Great Wall of China is one of the 7 world's wonders, but there's also Great Denial of Maomao, which is the 8th wonder of the world. But we saw her looking back, showing the audience that she's faking misdirection.
男二人がかりで
Guoshen, he's like, Maomao, something is sus, something is wrong. Because Jinshi is judgments and his rationality is clouded by this thing we call love. Love hormones, love chemical. Love neurologically and cognitively distorts our judgments. It compromises our ability to make judgments. That's why colloquially, there's a literal saying called love brain. Definition right here, love brain. But Gaoshan, his decision making, his cognitive judgments is unimpaired because he has no stake in the game. So he's like, what kind of underwear is gonna take 2 grown men to carry?
この下着は何製でしょうか
Made out of Maomao's caught. She's like, dang, got him.
高級で問題なのは性的に無垢なことが求められすぎていることです、高級に集められる女官は生娘がほとんどです、帝の
Makes sense. Purity, right? Something about men, but especially in historical time in Chinese palace era, they're extremely obsessive about virgins. Not even just for the concubines, but even for servants and ladies in waiting. Why? Virginity represents purity, untouched, fresh. And what do ladies in waitings and girl servants represent in the real palace? Generally speaking, historically, possessions, objects. It's the literal manifestations of objectification. And would you want your possessions to be tainted or impure or touched by other people? No. Even though they're not there for sexual reasons, but regardless, my possessions have to be pure. That is the mindsets of so many men, especially in high-ranking men in the historical time. That's what Maomao is saying.
金にかなったとして無知なために粗相があったりしたら不憫でなりません
Oh, interesting.
だから
Education. Fascinating. Okay, wow. This is super symbolic. This education represents power. What is it saying? Information is power. And what is the direct representation of your privilege and your position in life socially during this time? Are you literate or illiterate? Literacy is the direct proof and sign of someone's background. That's how, and another callback, that's how Jinshi caught Maomao with that secret recipe to rescue Li Hua, right? And the son attempted, although it didn't work, but also successfully saved Ryokyu in season 1. But here, Maomao is like, let me share and spread that information because information is power and education is liberation. Full stop. Very deep. And one more thing, this means Maomao in this current setting in the royal palace, she is a catalyst as an educator. She may not be directly teaching and educating the ladies in waiting, but she's going through her back channel, which is Jinshi, to disseminate and share, spread information.
用意したと
That's awesome. It's the secret forbidden techniques?
せっかく本人様にバレないよう医局に届けても
At least half of the books are pictures from that one page that we saw.
たのに愛読する帝のために取り寄せていたものは少しばかり販路を増やすことを多めに頼んだのだが
Oh, these are from Pimp Grandma. Win, win, win. Brilliant.
間が悪かったか
This is like circa whatever 1800, whatever the time is. I think this is like a mix of Qing Dynasty and Ming Dynasty based on what some folks said. This is the circa 1800s, 1850s Playboy magazines.
随分綺麗に作られています
Are very well made.
使っています
Yo.
こういう本は嫁入り道具にも使われますし。
Also, maybe Gaoshan's not being aroused by these secret forbidden techniques, aka OG playbook magazines. Maybe because of all those teas they've been drinking to suppress their hormones and testosterone. Maybe it's also part of the side effects where he's not getting aroused as easily.
字が読めずとも絵だけで楽しめるので需要がある。
Pictures.
版画か。それはすごいな。
はい。せっかくいい品ですので、より多くの
Business, cash is king, baby.
それとこれとは話が別だ。
Ah.
お気に召したならば一冊お納めになる。
いや、そういうわけでは断じてない。
Ah. Jinshi's blushing not because he got called out, because again, back in this time, this is super common. It's nothing. I think he's blushing and getting shy, and he's like, no, that's not what it's about. Why? He is next to Maomao, his love interest.
まあ、今回だけは見逃これを販売している店を教えてくれ。
Busted.
違う、印刷技術を知りたいだけ。
分かっております。
シャオマオ
Xiaomao.
の必要があるかと。
And remember, based on my knowledge from season 1, Xiaomao is small Mao. Literally, Xiao means small in Chinese. So Xiaomao, anytime you call someone Xiao something, Xiao fill in the blank, is a sign of endearment. It's like some people call me Benny, like some of my good friends call me Benny, although my full name's Benoit. But some people call me Ben. But again, some people call me Benny. Same thing. It's like endearments.
ですが、帝が今までのでは物足りないとおっしゃっていたので。
ダメです。
でババアに厳選してもらったのに。
Gaoshan picked it up. He knew the hidden business agenda. Smart guy. Oh, what is this? Ominous white dress.
綺麗な花が咲くその下に。
Oh, Xiaolan. Xiaomao's favorite friend and one of my favorite side characters. What is this such a melodramatic K-drama moment? Buns?
ねえ、一体何が埋まってると思う？
バフン？ああ。
小説。
シャオランって文字読めたっけ？
Oh, okay, so she was referring to like a novel or a story, not literally the tree and the flower she was under.
読めないよ。でも読める子がみんな。
Aww. Wow.
文字の読めない下女にまで話が伝わっているということは相当な人気のようだ。
Wow, that's true. Also, look at the difference between Xiaolan and Xiaomao. They're about the same age, right? But Xiaomao or Maomao is thinking beyond the surface. Xiaolan's only thinking about, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to know what's next, continuation of the story. She just wanted to know about the contents because of the dopamine and just like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to be continued. But whereas our treasure, Maomao, is thinking about the implications. Wow, for illiterate ladies in waiting or servants in waiting to be able to be engaged and interested in this book, that book must be so popular. And she also asked, do you read? And she also learns and gathered data that there are some servants in waiting who are literate. So it sounds like not everyone is illiterate, and maybe some servants in waitings were sold to pay off the debt, but maybe they come from a more prestigious, more educated families, but out of economic hardships and whatever, they were sold to pay off the debt. So that's a deeper layer of this social commentary in the states of affairs among ladies in waiting. That's what Maomao was focusing on. Do you see that? They're the same age cognitively, but their emotional maturity and their psychological understanding and their outlook in life is so different. That's what separates Maomao from the rest.
戻りました。なんです？
Oh, it's from her.
見終わったら他のものにも見せてあげるといいって。マオマオも読んでみる？
These are from her, right?
同じもののようだな。
Oh no.
大衆小
Oh, I
説
see. Okay.
この間ジンス様に教えたものだ。
The shop?
とはいえ
全
員に配られたとすれば100はすられているはず。
If he gave it out to all of the concubines, there must be at least 100 copies? Yo! Our dear emperor, my man. How's your stamina, my guy?
おそらくジンス様が帝に頼んだのだろう。とされる小説をわざわざ育ちのいい妃たちに配る理由。
That's a good question.
釣りごとに関係しているのだろうとは思っていたが、やはり何か企んでいたか。
Oh, okay. Here's some predictions. I wonder what is the emperor scheming? I wonder he is handing out all these low-class novels to all the concubines because concubines are from prestigious, high-ranking, educated families. So on the surface, it is an unfitting, incompatible gift and order by the emperor, who is a concubine who is extremely high-ranking among the 100+ concubines, Lady Luolan. I feel like this is a scheme against Luolan and her father. Maybe this is to see how Luolan reacts, but through Luolan's reaction, emperors can gauge what her father thinks. I feel like this is all part of a 4D dimensional chess, right? Because if Luolan does not read and does not care about this gift ordered by the emperor, maybe the emperor has a gripe to pick. Maybe emperor could gain some small but important leverage against a Shisho, Luolan's father, that, hey, your daughter defied my order as my concubine. I don't care about your social political position. River Palace and concubine is my territory. What are you going to say about that is my prediction. We'll see though. Page turner.
新しいのができたらまた配ってくださるって。
どうしたのですか？
翡翠宮の次女って私たちだけじゃない？せっかく玉葉様からいただいても私たちだけで読み終わるのは。
Oh yeah, there's only 3.
でも
Wow, this also means all 3 of Yokyu's ladies and waitings are illiterate, which represents all 3 of them are from a more educated families, and Gyokyu probably cares. Again, she's a very lovely person. She has a heart of gold, while also being extremely astute politically, because all concubines, Royal Palace is a political arena. Gyokyu either taught all of them, and or all 3 of them come from a more educated families. That's why they're literate. Remember, literacy is the easiest predictor and indicator of your birthright. Are you from a lower class or are you from a low class birthright or upper class birthright?
宮の外の子に渡すのはダメよ。大切に扱わないとなくされちゃうかもしれないし。
True. Papers are expensive. Very expensive. Back in the dynasty era, invention of page and paper is single-handedly the most important invention and technology, because without pages, you cannot transcribe information, and oral traditions are important. Disseminating information through orally is important. There is a place. A lot of indigenous cultures did that, but at the end of the day, in terms of preservation of records, preservation and passing down the baton and generations of education and information, we need paper. We need something physical records. And that's paper. So papers and these books are extremely valuable and expensive, especially they're made out of high quality pages, right? Which is what Gao Shan noted. Ah, smart. Penmanship. Aww. Good idea. Again, aside from the explicit praise, validation of her skill sets, her penmanship, what Maomao is also highlighting is the power of her ability to think outside the box. Everyone else were thinking within this paradigm of this is too expensive, we can't just hand them out. They aren't able to think outside the box. What's outside the box? You can create copies yourself and then hand them out for a fraction of the cost, and your concerns about these will be a waste will be addressed. Again, Maomao is different from the rest. Her brain is her biggest superpower.
そんな面倒なことやるの？
インファ、そんなこと言わない。
人種様たちの考えにそうなら、多分これが正解だろう。
Okay.
高級内に書物が出回れば、文字を読もうとする者たちが増える。それが流行りの大衆小説であればなおさら。
Wow. So remember I talked about Jinshi and our favorite golden retriever, Lihaku. Those two men represent outliers, defying of cultural social norms of the time. They do not objectify women. They treat women with utter respect and equality. So they're outliers. Here, another case in point, another example. Jinshi, after learning about Maomao's idea, he went even a step further. He extrapolated and also was thinking outside the box of, okay, let me find a more optimal and effective way to disseminate and spread information to educate the ladies in waiting. And this is the idea. Jinshi is truly a great man and a great prince.
お月の下女をしていた時、聞かれたことがあった。
薬や尿管の識字率を上げるにはどうすればいいと思う？
They've had this
それにして
conversation.
も、回りくどいことをするものだな。
Smart though. Win win win. Ah, beautiful sky.
いきなりどうした？
The novel.
小説を読んでくれてた子が
Okay.
代わりに本の写しを作ってくれたんだけど、私字が読めないから。せっかく時間かけて書いてくれたのに。
Aww. Wait, that girl spent so much time making copies? That's the same lady that Maomao gave the idea to earlier who was blushing, right? Wow. And again, Jinshi's plan is working immediately. Again, Maomao's brain is her superpower, but so is Jinshi's brain is also his superpower. Truly a match made in heaven. Aww. Aww. So
これが
cute.
名前。真似して書いてみて。
Oh yeah. Yeah. Again, Xiao in the beginning, Xiao, that's like small. And Lan, that's actually kanji and Cantonese writing, so it's not really Mandarin, so I don't quite know what it means.
わかった。
I mean, kinda.
読めるようになるけど、読み方だけ勉強する？
Yes.
自分で仕事を探さなきゃならないし。
Writing is a superpower. I know with LLM, ChatGPT, cloud, whatever, a lot of people are using that more and more. And of course, AI has its place is to expedite our learning, but it shouldn't replace our critical thinking. Again, it needs to expedite our learning so we become more efficient with our pace learning, knowledge acquisition, but it cannot replace our thinking. That will be a huge detriment to our ability to think better and all that. Also, to write is to think better. Great writers are great thinkers because writing helps us streamline and help us refine and helps us articulate our thoughts better. Right? That's the power of writing. So I love that Xiaolan opted to also learning writing. Might as well. Writing and reading, they're like cousins. They go back to back.
文字を書けると便利なんでしょ？
Yes. Aww.
シ
Aww.
ャオランなりに将来のことを。
I know I just finished Frieren, but Maomao's head petting reminds me of, Frieren's gesture of affirmation and love.
考えているようだ。じゃあ少し詰め込み。
Aww.
冬虫夏草。
じゃあこれは
Mushroom fungus. What are the first writing and characters Maomao is teaching Xiaolan? Freaking fungus. Throuple. Of course, those are callback. Throuple, right? Callback to the unresolved 4D dimension with Maomao and her intellectual counterpart from season 1. But of course, it's also her love as apothecaries. I am dead, yo.
これは？
Hilarious.
こん
Katsura, yo, all these are herbs.
それって
Not at all. Not at all, yo.
からね。
Yo. Mama, you're so funny. Oh! Someone's lurking in the hallway, in the back alley. Oh! An attack. Uh-oh.
リンリー姫のお散歩の許可が下りたんですか？
Langley.
お伺いしてみたの。
Aww,
もうあ
so
ちこち走り
cute.
回るんだから。
Aww.
マオマオどう思う？
外に出る機会を増やした方がいい。
True. You have to go outside to strengthen your immunity and all that, right? And if you look at the census data and clinical data of the increased exponential prevalence of peanut allergies in the last 20 years, compared to the previous 20, it has skyrocketed by like 3 or 4 folds. That is an astonishing increasement. Why? Because more and more parents are shielding their children from peanut butter or peanuts. And ironically, that actually makes their immune system more prone to allergies and weaken their immunity system. And this is established. This is a fact. Feel free to look it up. A lot of scientists, medical doctors, they've already established a positive correlation between more and more helicopter parents shielding their children from these ingredients. And ironically, over time, they develop the allergies to the very ingredients they've been shielded away from. That's what Maomao is saying. For the princess's health, she needs to expose herself appropriately through guidance, through oversight, to strengthen her immunity and her health. It's kind of like trauma, right? For us to confront our trauma, for us to confront our situations through safety and support and guidance, we need to eventually face them head on. If we run away and if we're shielded and if we avoid trauma and circumstances and stresses, where do you think they go? You think they just dissipate? They just disappear? No, they only get bigger and bigger and more difficult to address. Same thing. Because in life, universal truth are seldomly to be found. Universal truth are few and far between. But what is true is true. And here, the way Maomao is talking about the princess going outside, or the way we need to expose ourselves to trauma situations appropriately, again, through safety, because safety comes first, they're all universal. Because what is true is true. Yes. Yes, yeah, that's the guidance and oversight.
それも仕方ないだろう。
マオマオは花や生き物に詳しいから散歩の時に
Aww.
教えます役に立つと思うんだけど将来
と10年もすればどこかへ嫁ぐ可能性が出てくる。もし他国へと渡った場合、必ずしも歓迎されるとは言い切れない。四季はあって困るものではないと。
That's true. That's true. And when they're talking about nasty stuff, they weren't just talking about the forbidden taboo, right? Maomao is not that socially illiterate. In fact, she's very socially aware. Yokyu was talking about medicine, herbs, other, I guess, more obscure stuff, but that could potentially save her life. Yokyu, she's also very forward thinking. She's very wise.
姫を見た者の反応は様々だ。
Aww.
が違う。
Deep.
姫もいずれその視線の意味が分かってくるだろう。
Wow, deep. That is a perfect microcosm and representations of the political arena that the Rear Palace is. Flowers.
それは桜草ですね。
Also, the fact that Ryokyu tasked Fengniang, who's also obviously the head of Lady in Waiting, and Maomao to look over the princess, that is the importance. And that is what Maomao represents to Yokyu. She's not just a lady in waiting. Everyone knows that at this point. Even the emperor. She is a confidant, an advisor, one of the most trusted personnels. Period. She's so cute. Oh, this is the back alleyway that was foreshadowed in that ominous night, right, under the moonlight. Same back alleyway. What is she gonna discover?
姫様いけます。
見てまいります。
She's gonna find something. Oh, a kitten? Oh, that's the title of this episode. Maomao and Maomao. Oh, our human cat just found an actual kitten. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a kitten.
捕まえよと。仕方ない。
Oh, not too slow. Oh, who was that? What the? Where did Xiaolan come from? That was a Karate Kid move. Instead of catching a fly with chopsticks, she caught that. That was great teamwork, huh?
これいるの？
Oh, that's not Xiaolan. Who is this? Aw, new character?
違った？
おお、ありがとうございます。
Aww. Aww.
あとは任せるね。
Who is that? Interesting.
それって。
ええ、猫です。
Maomao is that a Mao, which is cat, and Neko is cat in Japanese.
汚れていますし、姫様が触れるのは控えた方
That's true.
がいいかと。
Potential potential allergies. Sanitary reasons.
子猫じゃないか。
子猫ちゃん。
拾いました。
かわいそうに震えているね。ち
Aww.
ょうどお湯が沸いたところなんだ。ちょっと待ってておくれ。
ちょっと待って。
動物を飼うには許可が必要で、犬猫の場合虚勢も必要である。一体どこで生まれた子猫なのか。
Great question. Wait, that ominous scene right before at night that attacked that lady in waiting. I don't think it's everything whatever I said. I think it's literally that baby kitten maybe jumped and seemed like it was attacking, but it was just a kitten. Is that it?
入れて置いてやるといいんだよ。
僕は
かわいい池だったよ。
へえ。
I like this quack doctor even more now that he's also a cat lover. Man, what a lovely character. Oh, kitten, Maomao.
父はありません。
It's Maomao and Maomao. Oh my gosh.
ああ、食堂でもらってこようか。
So small.
蝶も
ちょ
親猫に腸詰めが出たので厨房になら。
わかった
Oh.
よ。聞いてみる。
Oh, like instead of a bottle feeder, which is how we feed like kittens in the modern day and age, it's used intestine to replicate that. Wow, Mama, you are jack of all trades and master of many. Man, you never cease to impress me. Again, Quake Doctor going off to do more errands. What else is new? I love it.
できるなら湯につけたかったが、この状態では体力が持たない。
Well, also, you don't really bathe cats, generally speaking.
仕方ないので、汚れた体は
Yeah, baby wipes.
油につけて殺していく。
Nice. Yo, she even knows about flea treatment? Mama, you are a apothecary for humans and a vet technician for cats.
ジョーちゃん、ヤギの父ならあったよ。
Aww, what a kind-hearted man. Oh, bottle feeding.
かわいいね。
Aww.
その夜、翡翠宮に帝が来た。
世話を頼
Aww.
帝も大概親バカである。
む
Aww.
マオマオが子猫の世話とは
Literally.
子猫に体
A big cat, a humanoid big cat taking care of a baby cat. Quite fitting.
力がついてきたところで、石鹸豆を潰した洗剤で体を洗った。灰色に。しばらく乳を与えていたが、元気になってくると、ほぐした鶏肉も食べられるようになった。
Oh, what a cute cat,
砂を入れ
dude.
た木箱を置いてあると排泄も自らするように
Litter
なった。
box.
姫を引っかいたりしたら大変だ。
子育ては順調か？
Child raising.
そろそろ姫に見せて。
Wait, is Gaoshan blushing because of how cute the kitten is? I told y'all. Cuteness and cute aggression does not discriminate. And Gaoshan's a manly man also, right? But look at him blushing over a kitten. I feel you, Gaoshan. Me too.
問題ないかと思います。
そうか。
What is he looking?
小魚ですか？そのままでは少し硬いので。
He bought treats for cat from Maomao.
しょうか。
そうです
Aww.
メスか。
はい。虚勢する必要がなくてよかった。申し訳ありません。
いや、
Maomao, I cannot wait till your Great Wall of Maomao and Great Wall of Denial crumbling down. Because there's been plenty of hints suggesting that Jinshi is not a eunuch. But of course, Maomao's Great Wall of Denial is powerful. almost as powerful as her brain.
お詫びに何か茶菓子でも。さすがにこれを出すのはな。
お前もするか？
あまり猫は好きではありません。
What?
名前でか。
よく言われます。人種様こそ猫が好きそうですね。
Ah.
具体的にどこがいいのかわからない。
私もそうですね。でも猫好きによるといいようで。見て。
Oh, like cats, their personalities, and dude, cats are so interesting because I used to have a dog too, and of course I love dogs, but cats, you have to earn their trust. All dogs treat their owners like overlords, like gods, right? It's unconditional, which is amazing. But cats require effort, trust, care. You have to earn it, right? And their personalities are so interesting. If you know, you know.
目が離せなくなり、そのうちに触りたくなるとか。
Oh, I love this edit. So while Maomao is describing characteristics of a cat, what's Jinshi doing? We call that projection. And we call that two things, projection and identification displacements. Definition right here. You're projecting what you think onto something else. In this case, obviously Jinshi's thinking about Maomao, the real Maomao, but she's projecting those characteristics of Maomao onto this kitten. That's projection. The second thing, identification displacements. He's displacing how he feels and his perception of Maomao's identity onto the cat. Displacement. So that's what this edit represents.
普段はそっけないくせに、餌を与える時だけ愛想が良くなるのが腹立たしいですが。
Look at Jinshi.
諦めてしまうらしいですね。
Look at Jinshi. Jinshi's like, oh no, I'm not giving up. I'm never giving up.
プニプニしたり、接吻したり、不衛生だと思うんだ。
Oh, yo! What is Jinshi doing? I literally said projection and identification displacement. Now this kitten has become the representation and embodiment of Maomao. She can't kiss, or Jinshi can't kiss, hug, possess Maomao like this kitten. So what does he do? He's displacing that and projecting his urge and wants onto the kitten instead. I'm dead, yo. I wonder what's going through his mind and what he's fantasizing while he's doing this. Yo, he's in his internal fantasy la la land. Look, his eyes are glistening, yo. Jinshi, my man. Oh my goodness, you good? You good, my man? Yo, he's glowing like the heavens.
結局子猫がどこから来たのかは分からず、高級に出入りする荷車に入り込んだ。皇帝より盗賊改め。
Oh, aka eating rats? Respect. Oh, look at that. I'm telling you, that's real. My cats literally play fetch. When I throw them toys, they'll bite it and come back and I'll do it again. You can't really play fetch as long as dogs because they're not, but you know, cats do that. They come wake me up in the morning and dawn of the hour when I'm still sleeping with crazy meows, and I look out, I see toys by my bedside. It's so cute.
しかし。
Maomao.
名前がマオマオになったことだけは消せないな。
What a troll. I'm dead.
手早く片付けましょう。
そうね、もうすぐキャラバン。
What is this desert? Whoa, who is this? Whoa. New characters? They're wearing... Whoa, they have like silver hair and blue eyes. They're from exotic foreign lands? Interesting. Yo, are they gonna introduce new concubines like upper first rank? More politics? More competition to see who becomes the empress? Or the queen? Wow. Yo, what a cliffhanger. I missed Apothecary Diaries cliffhangers. Anyway, y'all, how long did I record? Oh my gosh, quite long. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my meaningful yapping today. And hey, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you check out my season 1 analysis. And I'm so excited that we are welcoming season 2 together before season 3 comes out, whatever later down this year. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. And please remember, you matter, you're worthy. And we have to first recognize that, because otherwise people can appreciate us for who we are, But unless we recognize our self-worth, there's only so much external validation can do. And again, shout out to all the Patreon members, and feel free to join our Patreon for exclusive content and early access. We are doing 86 as a patron Yapper only tier exclusive content, and I love 86, but now I feel blessed because I'm recording Your Lie in April, Apothecary Diaries Season 2, and 86. Absolute peak. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, till next time. Peace.